Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. This is oil country. The signs are everywhere. There's a sense of pride about it. Refineries, factories, and machine shops burn all through the day and well into the night in service of one of the world's largest oil patches, located a few hours north of the city. A blue-collar town where someone in coveralls and steel toes can make twice as much as someone in a business suit and dress shoes. Built on the 53rd parallel, Edmonton is farther north than any other major city in North America. That means long nights and cold winters, with temperatures sometimes falling as low as minus 40 degrees Celsius. Maybe it's the cold that brings people together. It's a city of innovators, of big ideas born of humble beginnings. A city that's growing and changing. A city that will surprise you. Quietly revolutionary. Dennis Cuckoo and Christy Benoit met in grade school. They were married for 13 years. Now they're partnering on something new. What they want to build on this fallow ground in South Edmonton is something that has never been attempted. They were told it couldn't be done. A commercial building that produces as much energy as it consumes over the course of the year, in a climate that historically feasts on fossil fuels. A space that will be sustainable, beautiful, and affordable. In a year, either the Mosaic Centre, the first net zero LEED Platinum commercial building in Western Canada, will stand here, or these two will turn away defeated, forced to return to the broken normality of a world they hope so much to change. These are the risks you take when you believe there's a better way by design. Oil Country Engineering, one of the largest and most trusted drilling rig consulting firms in North America. In Alberta, it's not uncommon to find people making a living out of servicing the province's oil patch in some way. What is uncommon is to find them having such a good time doing it.
Dennis and I came to the idea of starting our own business from a place of massive unrest. We both were doing the large corporate thing, and we found that, you spend half of your waking hours doing something that you're miserable with. And we really believed the business could be done a better way, and we essentially just stepped out to try to prove that.
I'm not what you would call a traditional president or visionary. We're a fairly innovative company. Nothing we seem to do ever manages to fit in the box.
Our businesses are built around the magic that happens when you bring people together to complement each other's weaknesses and strengths. It's not just a place to go to work, but it is a place for community. It's a place for people to come together.
Oil Country is employee-owned, giving everyone an opportunity to be invested in their direction as a company. And diversifying their revenue stream has meant looking in places you might not expect an oil company to look.
To opt into the compost plan, and then they just have a little bucket and they take it down to...
Stephanie Carter is one of the founders of Ecoammo, a consulting firm that helps businesses and community organizations reach new levels of sustainability in their day-to-day practices and new developments.
We first got involved with the Mosaic family because Dennis and Christy wanted to green their office, and we just hit it off right away. We realized that they are on the same page as us. The way that they approach business, the way that they treat their employees. So there's a lot of different things on the cultural side that were like tracing paper. They overlapped. So we just started to share information. We shared sustainability, they shared business savviness. And one day it would just hit us like, whoa, what would happen if we actually merged our two companies? We want to work with oil and gas because it's local, part of our heritage, it's Albertan. We want to help transition the oil and gas sector to something more sustainable.
With both Ecoammo and Oil Country Engineering expanding, and with the two coming together to form the Mosaic family of companies, it was clear that both would soon need more space to be able to operate.
We looked to rent. Everything out there just isn't a healthy environment. It's nothing that I really want to put my work family in. The air isn't healthy, the paint is rubbish. It's just finished cheap, and it's finished without the right core values in mind. And it turned into, well, let's just do it ourselves.
It sort of just made sense that we would build a space that accurately reflects on the outside who we are on the inside. So literally once that became clear, I woke up 3 nights in a row having a dream about the Mosaic Centre, actually. It came through in my sleep, and in incredible detail, the name of it, what it looked like, the different businesses that would go in it, the supporting businesses.
And she started explaining this project to me, and it's like, whew, that's a big one. As it kind of settled in, and felt really good. We talked about it some more. We talked about what it would mean for the Mosaic family, and then what would that mean for Edmonton if we could actually prove that this type of sustainable. So it really started to grow and grow, and that inspired me. Like, you know what? I think we can do this.
We know that we can build this building in a way that is going to be aesthetically pleasing, that is going to be in line with a budget for a standard building, and to be completely environmentally sustainable.
The newly founded Mosaic family hoped to shoot for the stars in terms of sustainability and beauty in a building. But not everyone was so quick to jump on board.
I had an architect tell me, you can't do LEED Platinum in Edmonton and net zero. I mean, that's unheard of. You just don't do that here. You remember, it's cold weather climate.
Shafraz Kaba is a partner at Manask Isaac, an Edmonton-based architecture firm with a commitment to frugality and staying on the leading edge of green building technologies.
I think Manask Isaac was founded on the whole idea that there is a smarter way to design buildings for our climate.
But even an established player in the sustainability movement was dubious of the lofty goals Dennis and Christie had for the Mosaic Centre.
Dennis, he wanted LEED Platinum, and he wanted at least 30,000 square feet of space, and he barely had $9 million. And
there was a lot of people right up front that said, oh, you don't do that here. You can't do that. So it's like, well, what do you mean? Christie had the dream. What do you mean it can't be done here? Like, This is how she goes, right?
I thought he was kind of crazy.
LEED stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. It is an international standard for measuring the sustainability of a building's design, construction, and operation. In order to receive LEED certification, builders have a series of standards that they are required to meet for factors like indoor air quality, energy efficiency, and material selection. Platinum is the highest level of LEED certification, a truly ambitious task with the energy demands of a northern climate like Edmonton's. But Dennis and Christie would not be deterred.
That was the point where I could either say, yeah, I'm in, or, you know what, oh well, it was a good dream, Christie, but can you try something else? Like put another dime in the dream box, maybe. So I approached him again, and this was about 3 months later. I got the courage up again. I said, I really think we can do this, and oh, by the way, if you don't do it, I'm going to find somebody else to do it.
Stephanie Carter and Brandy and Andrea met me for lunch to help convince me this was a good idea. and at that time, they also said, okay, we're now part of this Mosaic family of companies. So to be honest, that was probably what helped tipped it over in your favor. It's like, okay, well, can't say no to staff.
This is legit.
Yeah, it totally helped. If we can accomplish most of what we set out to do, it'll be the most amazing building that I've ever worked on, for sure.
The owners of the Mosaic Centre project have high hopes for what the building they are proposing stands to say about the future of construction, not only in Edmonton, but around the world.
There's a lot on the line. If we fail, I lose it all. I give it all back and I have to start over again. A lot of people think that we're going to fail. But there's also a lot of people that are rooting for us, and those are the people that we have on our sidelines.
When there's inspired, happy people buzzing around, going about their day, filling the building, and when we have people coming and asking, how can we do this? If they want to learn about it. And when I know that we've inspired others to make change, that is when I know that we've achieved what we set out to achieve.
But will their optimism and ambition be enough to overcome the adversity of a harsh, gas-guzzling northern climate and the stubborn force of a construction industry not often confronted with the opportunity for change? Dennis, Christy, and the team they have proudly assembled believe that normal is broken, that there's a better way by design. Whether normal will ultimately break them remains to be seen.